Welcome to another favorites video. I have so much stuff in front of me. I'm just gonna jump right on in. So the last time John and I were in Miami, we went to the Diptyque store and strolled around a little bit, smelled all the wonderful perfumes and candles, and I fell in love with their Miami candle, which is exclusive to Miami Diptyque boutiques. And then I think last month or the month before, they opened it up where you could buy any city candle at any store online or in person. So I did get the opportunity and I bought a backup of this. As you can see, I'm almost out and I've only owned it for about a month and a half, so it is well loved and it just smells, oh, it smells like the spring candle of my dreams. Diptyque says that it was inspired by key lime pie, so lime is definitely the most prominent note that I smell, but it also has delicate magnolia blossom as a base, citrusy top notes to remind you of key lime pie, and a little bit of vanilla as well. But to me, if I'm not looking at the notes, I get equal parts lime with like fresh white flowers. If you've been here for a while, you know that I really don't like floral scents, but when it's mixed into something a little bit brighter, a little bit fresher, and it's not just a floral scent and it's not like powdery or heavy, then I can get on board with florals. And I think the combination of magnolia blossom with lime is so beautiful. I truly just haven't been reaching for any of the other candles that I own because this one is so perfect for the spring months. Unfortunately, you can't get it now because the city exclusive just finished, but if you ever go to Miami, you can pick this one up, and I do believe some people sell them on Amazon still. I did also pick up the Beverly Hills candle, but unfortunately that one's gonna be in my fails video because I really don't like the way that smells. And I also purchased the New York candle, which is an all-time favorite scent for me, but it's more of a fall winter scent, so I'm gonna save that for a different video. Then the only candle that I've been burning here in my office is this beautiful one. It's a collaboration between the brand CAVO and my friend's brand PEAU'ésie. My friend Desi is the owner of a spa called PEAU'ésie in Montreal, and it's a skin spa and safe space for all people. And it's just beautiful, the really inclusive, safe, peaceful space that she's built. You know, a lot of people struggle with going to spas and being touched by other people, and she makes the experience all about feeling safe. And I just think that's really cool, and I have so much respect for her for that. But also really amazing that she collaborated with the brand CAVO on a candle, and this is the perfect kind of spa experience, and it's a year-round kind of scent. So it's plum, amber, musk, citrus, and jasmine. It's just one of those candles where you smell every single note. You get the musk without it being too sharp. The citrus just brightens it up a little bit. The jasmine is very soft, slightly feminine. The plum, that plum is really good. I think that might be my favorite note in here, and it reminds me a little bit of Bibliothèque from Byredo. And then the amber just makes it super warm and grounded. I just think this is the perfect candle to have in your office, your bedroom, your bathroom, guest room, I mean anywhere really, and it's such a perfect year-round scent. I just think that they absolutely nailed this. I believe it is $40. It's made with soy wax, and I'll leave it linked in the description box if you want to pick it up. Honestly, I love this so much. I think I'm gonna have to buy a couple backups because I don't know if this is just a limited edition run. It's that good. It's worth getting backups. It is absolutely fantastic. I also love the black container with the green label. I just think it's a perfect candle. Desi, you absolutely nailed it. And I'm gonna light it now. It smells so good. And check out this cool lighter. So you just press this button and watch. Wait, I'm doing it wrong. Wrong side. Wait, can you see that? Oh no, am I doing it wrong? Oh shit, is it out of juice? Wait. Yeah, did you see that? Okay, it's out of battery, but it's a cool lighter. Take my word for it. Not as cool lighter. Okay. I'm almost out of the Renee Rouleau Better Than Balm Cleansing Balm. This stuff is absolutely crazy. It comes out like this super thick gel, and it feels like almost the consistency of like a gloopy hair gel. And what's amazing about that is it feels so luxurious and moisturizing on your skin. And then the second you emulsify it with water, it just instantly melts into like a milk, and it dissolves all of your makeup. It smells like a spa. So if you prefer unscented products, I would skip this one. But what's great about it, I think it's $48, but it's 5 ounces. Most cleansing balms that I have are just 1 ounce. And so honestly, for the price, it's actually not bad. And I just absolutely love the experience of this. I love that it's in a tube. I don't have to get my fingers in things. I think it's a fantastic product. And I've tried a couple of the Renee Rouleau cleansers since trying this one, and all the cleansers are bomb. Then Peach and Lily sent me this Glass Skin face polisher, rice-based powder with enzymes. And I'm not normally a physical exfoliant kind of person. I'll, you know, wash my face, then I'll use a little bit of a washcloth. Usually that gets the job done, but this is really, really nice. It's super gentle. You just flip the top open and inside you have the like rice granules powder. And if you shake it into your hand, it dispenses the perfect amount for one use. Then you add a little bit of water, rub your fingers together, and you have this wonderful, slightly exfoliating but gentle face cleanser. It never feels irritating on my skin. It just makes my skin feel baby soft afterwards. And I've seen other products like this. I think Tatcha has like a rice powder, but it's super expensive. And so Peach and Lily is definitely one that I would recommend if you're looking for a very, very gentle physical exfoliator. Now, these two products I've only been testing for about a week and a half, 2 weeks, but I feel very confident that I love them. This is the Peach Slices Snail Rescue line, and the two products I like the most are the Blemish Busting Toner with 95% snail mucin concentrate and the all-in-one oil-free moisturizer. I'm wearing this one today, and what they say on the label is that snail mucin is celebrated for its hydrating, gently exfoliating, blemish fighting, and dark spot targeting properties. I don't know about all that because I've only been using it again for about a week and a half, 2 weeks. All I know is that these are very, very hydrating. They're super gentle. Even though it says that snail mucin has a little bit of an exfoliating property, I don't find that it stings my face at all. I can't even tell that it's anything but a hydrating product. So this has been a really, really beautiful toner. I can wear it morning or night. And then this is a really interesting moisturizer. I'm wearing it on my face now. I prefer a lighter moisturizer during the daytime or something that's not super dewy because I do tend to get a little bit oily throughout the day. That's what it looks like. And as you rub it, it essentially, look at that, it just melted. It turns into water. It's so incredibly lightweight. I'm just gonna rub it in now. And honestly, once you rub it in, you can't even feel it on your skin. And yet somehow it was heavy enough for me. Like I have, quite dehydrated skin even in the summertime. And despite the fact that this just feels like water and melts into the skin, it still somehow gives me enough hydration where I don't need a thicker cream on top. So there must be something to snail mucin because these two products have just kept my skin feeling hydrated and bouncy for the past 2 weeks. And I think Peach Slices also is a pretty affordable brand if I remember. So gonna have to check out more of their products because I'm very impressed. This is not new to my channel, but I've gone through several bottles of it and I just wanted to talk a little bit more about the Sachi Pro Resilient Serum. If you have sensitive reactive skin like I have, this is a must-have in your collection. And I don't say that very often. I don't ever say like, you need this, run, don't walk. That messaging bothers me a little bit, but this is the kind of product where if you do have sensitive skin and things tend to sting your face, this is a product that I would put money on that will work for you. This and the Tatcha Overnight Serum and Cream Treatment are the only two products that never, virtually never sting my face when I'm having even the worst reaction, when even water stings my face. I don't know what she did, but the founder is super smart. A lot of people have asked me how I feel about this compared to the Dew Deliverance Serum. Dew is gone. I'm working my way through that bottle, and once I'm out of it, it's gonna be this only because sometimes the Dew Deliverance Serum does sting my face a little bit, but this never does. When I use this alongside with the Tatcha Indigo treatment, my skin is almost completely transformed overnight. It is an absolute miracle product. I mean, it's pricey, but it's worth it. And I have been absolutely loving that in combination with the oh God, what's it? I never remember the name. Hydrascape Moisturizing Reverse Emulsion. Go check out Devin Jessmer's content if you want a little bit more information about what an emulsion even is, because I sure as shit don't know. All I know is that this comes out feeling and looking like a mineral sunscreen. Like it's runny, kind of like, a more liquidy mineral sunscreen would be, but then you feel it and it's really tacky. It's so interesting. So at first I didn't like it. I was like, ooh, it's kind of like milky and creamy and weird. And it just kind of looks like sunscreen and it feels like sunscreen. And then after a few weeks, I got it. And it clicked. This is the kind of product that basically just like is constantly delivering hydration for hours and hours and hours and hours. I would go as far as to say this is the most hydrating product I've ever tried. And what's so cool about it is that, typically when you think of products that are made for people with dry or dehydrated skin, you think of things that are very rich, very thick, very heavy. But this is so thin and so lightweight, and it's a liquid moisturizer, but it just locks in hydration. And so you can see there, it just keeps your skin dewy and and hydrated like all freaking day and night. Truly, I'm just so excited with some of the skincare launches that have been coming out that seem to be like quite advanced in technology. And this just, I mean, I feel like so hydrated but lightweight. I need to shut up about it. I'm rambling. We're gonna move on. Man, I thought I was gonna speed through these products because I have so much makeup here in front of me, but it's not going so well. The last skincare product is this Experiment Buffer Jelly, which is a daily micro slugging oil gel hybrid that coats your skin in a jelly light layer of barrier boosting protection. It's $32. It has squalane, oat oil, ceramides, petrolatum, and panthenol triacetate. And what you do is you take 1 to 2 drops and you put it in either on top of your moisturizer or mixed in with moisturizer, and it acts as your slugging product. Hold on, there we go. Whoa, oh, that was far too much. So this is what it looks like. It's an oil jelly hybrid, which is really interesting. So when it goes on your face, it does feel like a face oil, but then there's this like thickness to it. There's this kind of like bouncy viscosity, just like a jelly. And so it doesn't feel quite as oily or like uncomfortable as a face oil. It's so interesting. And because it has the petrolatum, it's a beautiful slugging product. And so what it does is it just locks in everything that you have underneath in your skincare routine, so that when you apply it at night, you wake up and your skin still feels soft and bouncy and fresh. So if you don't like the feeling of Vaseline as a slugging product, or like, you know, Aquaphor or the CeraVe healing ointment, this is something that is so much more cosmetically elegant. And fun fact, it's made out of 50% recycled material. And surprise, surprise, I also purchased this because Dev recommended it. So I'll leave her channel linked on the screen above. Definitely check her out. I got a sample of the Malone English Pear and Freesia perfume, and I totally fell in love with it. I applied it 3 hours ago and it's definitely still there, but it does fade quite quickly. But I would much rather have a perfume that fades quickly that I have to reapply than something that's super strong and gives me a headache. And this is a fruity perfume. And interestingly, the brand says it's the essence of autumn, mellow, cool, and golden. When I walked past John this morning, he was like, "What's that smell? You smell really good. You smell like spring." So I'm surprised they say that it's autumn, given that the top notes are King William pear, heart notes are freesia, base notes of patchouli. Yeah. Joe Malone, I don't know what you're talking about. This is a spring scent for sure. It's like flowers and pear. I don't know what they're talking about. I honestly really can't smell the patchouli either. I tend not to like patchouli, but it's so subtle in here. I think maybe that's just what makes it more of that autumn vibe they were talking about. It grounds it a little bit. It's bright, it's fresh, it's floral, it's fruity. It's absolutely beautiful. I've been loving this one. Another product I've been loving are my Warby Parker blue light blocker glasses. So I wear these at night when I get in bed. Oh, sorry, the lights are gonna be kind of annoying. Let me see if I can turn this off. Nope, you're still gonna see the other lights. Okay, never mind. You get the idea. This is what they look like, and I can't remember what the style is, but yeah, it doesn't say. I will leave it linked in the description box below. I think Warby Parker glasses are awesome because they're pretty affordable. I mean, I think they're usually only a little bit over $100. And I do feel that when I get in bed, if I start scrolling on my phone, if I watch TV with John, you know, I put these on a few hours before bedtime, and I have noticed for the past 2 months of wearing these, I am able to fall asleep a lot faster than when I'm not wearing these and I'm watching TV. Obviously, they say you're not supposed to use any screens or devices before bed. That shit ain't realistic for me. I'm sorry. It's not. The hour I have before bed is the only hour in the day that I have for me time because I'm so busy these days. So these blue blocker glasses are great in the meantime. I rarely have new brow products to talk about because I'm so devoted to my L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer Pencil and my Live Tinted Hue Brow. But there's a new duo in town. We've got the new Victoria Beckham BabyBlade. What is this? Yep, BabyBlade Micro Fine Brow Pencil. This is in the shade Taupe, and they sent this to me in PR, and they nailed the shade for me. They nailed everything about this brow pencil. I have thought for days about how I wanted to talk about this in this video because I've said on my channel for years, I just don't think it's worth buying luxury brow products because I think the drugstore has perfect brow products for you, just like L'Oreal. But I am changing my tune a little bit here. I just think that this tip, this formula, and this shade is the best brow pencil I've ever tried. So it's a very, very, very fine tip, like the name Microfine suggests. And unlike the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer, it actually is a little bit squared off, whereas L'Oreal is just like a regular pencil tip. And because it has a little bit of like a square angle, it's just so easy to get these tiny little spaces that need to be filled. And it just gives you so much more control, and it's easier to manage getting the shape that you want. I'm wearing it today, and I just think it is the perfect shade for me. It's It's taupe, but it's not too taupe. Sometimes they can be a little bit ashy on me, but I think it actually is just the perfect color. Obviously, it has a little spoolie on the end. I think, you know, when I run out of this and my L'Oreal pencil, I would repurchase this, frankly, because the L'Oreal one doesn't have this shade in it. The brunette shade that I usually get is quite a bit dark, and then the taupe one from L'Oreal I think is a little bit too ashy for me. But, you know, it's Victoria Beckham. I do run through brow pencils very quickly, so I'd probably want to buy it if I can get a discount code or, you know, someone's affiliate code or something like that. I just don't like paying high prices for certain products like brow products, but shit, this is worth it for me. Same thing, I got this little sample of the Benefit Fluff Up Brow Wax. I picked it in my order. This shit's so good. Mine's kind of all out at this point, so I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this. You can see that the formula does have that classic kind of like white wax texture to it, but I'll show you in the application clip. I'm wearing it today and it just perfectly fluffs up your brows and it gives you that beautiful, natural, bushy yet polished look without it looking crunchy or heavy or flaky. It just gives me that brushed up brow look that I want without it looking overly done or overly laminated or something like that. It's so beautiful. Compared to my favorite brow gel, which is the Live Tinted Hue Brow, this has a little bit stronger of a hold because it is kind of like a liquid wax, whereas the Live Tinted Hue Brow is just a little bit softer, a little bit more flexible. Honestly, I use them interchangeably. They're both fantastic. I want to have both in my collection for forever. And I already have a full size of this one in my Sephora cart ready to go when I run out of this because it's beautiful. And I think it made my brows look really nice. Seeing something on me with a stronger hold has made me realize that I actually do like my brows to be a little bit fluffed up versus the kind of more like straight brow I've been wearing on my channel for a while. This just really gives me like brow confidence. It's an awesome product. Oh my God, I have so much stuff here. What am I gonna do? The next product that I have just been wearing every single day since Coachella is the Makeup by Mario Skin Enhancer. The second the weather gets a little bit warmer, I'm reminded of why this is so fantastic. And then I question why I don't wear it in the autumn and winter months because it's just so beautiful. I'm wearing it all over my face as a bronzer today, and I love that it's just so sheer. It's really hard to mess up. I find that I tend to be a little bit heavy-handed with my bronzer, and in watching some of my recent videos from like a month or two ago, I just saw that my bronzer was getting a little bit muddy, a little bit patchy. It was a little bit heavy, and part of that was the brush I was using. It was the Jones Road, like the bronzer brush, and I realized that that brush was just far too dense and it made powder go on really heavy, so I went back to using a sheer brush for my powders, and that helped a lot. But then with this formula, I was just reminded that I really don't even need to reach for a powder bronzer when this exists because it is just the perfect formula. You can't mess it up. You can't over apply it. It is perfectly beginner friendly. It's skin-like, and it is one of the only kind of balmy products that I really do like on my skin, despite having skin that gets a little bit oily when I wear makeup. I can take down the shine if I want with a little bit of powder, and that totally controls it. It doesn't get too dewy. It doesn't feel sticky. I think this is an absolute magical formula, and you bet your bottom dollar I'm gonna buy this when the blushes come out. They just announced that this formula is gonna be coming out with a line of blushes. I've been saying I wanted that ever since this launched. I'm so excited. And underneath that today, I'm also wearing the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation in the shade 4.75. It's just the perfect foundation. It is my absolute holy grail. Even though it's quite heavily fragranced, I found zero irritation so far, and I've been wearing it for a couple months now, so I'm very confident that it won't irritate my skin. It's the perfect shade for me. It doesn't look too yellow. It's not too light like a lot of foundations are. It is a perfect match. It is a satin natural finish. Even though it says it's a Luminous Silk Perfect Glow Foundation, I actually just find that it's a satin natural finish. It's so thin, it's so spreadable, it's long wearing. It's everything I want in a foundation. Like it just can't be improved. It has fully replaced my old discontinued Makeup Forever Invisible Cover Foundation. I think I might actually like this even more. I have an interesting blush favorite for this month. So when M Cosmetics launched their line of, what are they called? So Soft cream blushes, I tried these and I thought that the formula was crazy beautiful. It's like so blend. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna apply some right now because this can be applied on top of anything, and I'm wearing powders on my cheeks right now, and I just want to show you what this color looks like. So that's the shade Demure, and it is just the perfect cross between a pinky color and a beige color. So it really blends in with my natural skin tone because I have cool pink undertones. And I went quite heavy-handed with it because you'll see that it just shears out like crazy. And yes, cream blushes do fade on me pretty quickly throughout the daytime, but as I've been volunteering at the radio station in town, I've been reaching for makeup products on a daily basis that barely look like makeup makeup because no one here wears makeup. I'm not exaggerating here. The community is just a bunch of hippies living in the woods. That was a mistake. That just accidentally pilled up all of my powder products underneath. I don't know why I thought that was gonna work out, but you live and you learn. Anyways, I'll put in a clip here of me applying this on a bare face so you can see what it really looks like. It's just the most blendable cream stick formula I've ever tried. It's so soft, it's skin-like, it's beautiful, it's the perfect shade for me. So this is the blush I've been reaching for the most since these days. I'm so busy. I haven't even been wearing makeup. I haven't filmed in like 2 weeks, and I really just put on makeup to go to the radio station, just a little bit of concealer, my brow pencil, eyelash curler, like a lip gloss or a lip balm, and a little bit of this, and that's it. On days when I've had to film though, I've been reaching a lot for the Kulfi Mehndi Moment Long Wearing Cream Blush in the shade Pinky Promise. Oh, this is just the shade of the summer for me. This is the color that I want in a lipstick in a lip gloss form. To me, this color should be described as like a hot pinky coral because it's not just a warm pink. I feel like it's a cross between a hot pink and a hot coral. And frankly, now I'm just curious if all cream products are gonna give me an issue on top of the powders I already have. So why not just make it worse? This is just such a beautiful formula. It's a perfect color for spring and summer. It's pigmented, but it's really blendable. It's the most long wearing cream blush formula I have ever tried. It barely fades on my face, and that's saying something because my face eats cream blush. And see, it actually has already stained my hand. So you can see it is really, really long wearing. And I have a video where I apply and review all 3 shades that they sent me. So I'll leave that linked on the screen above. And then on days when I want a powder product, I've been just reaching for the Jones Road, the best blush in the shade Sandy. First of all, I just love how small it is. It's so travel friendly. I wish all blushes came in this size. I would much rather have smaller makeup items and then like repurchase them as I go rather than owning products that are super huge and then they end up expiring and then, you know, I wasn't able to use them up. So I love this, and the color is absolutely perfect. It does look quite pink in the pan, but it looks a little bit more beige and skin-like in real life, meaning it just looks a little warmer and a little brighter in my viewfinder, and in person it looks a little bit more muted. I was wearing this on top of the Laura Mercier blush in Fresco at the beginning of this video, so now I'm wearing 4 blushes, but this really is the perfect everyday shade that goes with everything. And I've realized a lot of my favorite blushes have a lot of shimmer in them, like M Cosmetics Heaven's Glow and Venetian Rose, Laura Mercier Fresco. And as I've been kind of reviewing myself on camera, I'm trying to step my makeup game up, and I've noticed that sometimes those shimmery blushes do give me a little bit too much texture and a little too much shine. So I've been reaching for blushes that have more of a satin or a matte finish, and then strategically placing my highlighter. And for highlighter, still all I've been wearing is the Vieve Skin Dew. It's crazy. It's like a metallic cream gel hybrid, and it looks like practically like metallic molten chrome lava. It is just so incredibly bright. It's beautiful. It just melts into the skin, and it starts out and it feels like this like gel balm that's very sticky and tacky, and so I thought I wouldn't like it, but after like 20 minutes it actually fully sets down on your skin, and then you're just left with this beautiful glow. I cannot get enough of it. I think it's amazing. You know, you can mix it into body lotion, you can use it as a highlighter, mix it into moisturizer, whatever. It's so damn good. What do you know? Another product recommendation from Dev. I get all my product recommendations from her, so you should probably just go watch her. She knows her shit. She knows what she's talking about. And this is the Dior Crayon Contour Lip Liner Pencil in Brown Fig. I'll just swatch it for you on the back of my hand. Brown Fig is the perfect name because it's brown, but there's also a little bit of mauve in there. So it's not too cool toned, it's not too brown. And in fact, my lip combo wore off. So I'm gonna add a little bit more for you now. Watch how this just glides on. Like, I'm barely touching, and it's just so creamy, and you can see it's a little cool toned, so it kind of adds that natural looking shadow, and it is kind of a deeper shade, but it works on my fair to light skin with cool undertones. It would definitely work on you if you have medium skin. And I just kind of overline here, and then on the other end you can use the brush if you want, and it's actually kind of nice to have so then my fingers don't get dirty. And now that this is on, it will not budge. Super creamy, sets down, incredible. Gotta pick up more shades because this is the year of lip liner for me, and Deb has been like my lip liner go-to queen. This one's fantastic, and I got it at Ulta. And the lip gloss I was wearing is actually the new In Beauty lip glaze in the shade Fruit Punch. First of all, holy shit, it smells I get feral. It smells like Capri Sun. It just brings me back to memories of growing up in Connecticut and like being outside on the water and the beach, having my Capri Sun and like my popsicle. Oh man, I just feel like I'm back there in New England. It's such a nostalgic scent for me. And it is very sheer. So if you're looking for like a punchy coral, then I would skip this, but I prefer more sheer lip products. And the In Beauty lip glazes are so wonderful. They're like a cross between like a thicker, tackier classic gloss and a kind of runnier lip oil. They're somewhere in the middle. So I think glaze is a perfect way to describe them. I think in texture compared to the Dior lip oils, they're slightly thinner than the Dior ones, but I much prefer these because of the scents. For me, scent is such a huge part of the experience of beauty. And I just really don't like any lip products that are kind of minty, and all of Dior's lip products are minty. So I just really don't like them. And for some reason, I find that Dior lip products are incredibly drying on me. Even the lip oil, even like the lip glow. I don't know what it is about them, but the lip glazes are great. I think the fruity scents make them so fun and just like delectable, and you know, they just like look cute and fun to collect, and I love them. And then recently, ever since the weather started getting warmer, I've been reaching a lot for the In Beauty lip glaze in Mystery Glaze. This one smells like, I think it was Skittles, some type of like slightly sour candy. And then when you apply this one, it has a pH adjusting pigment to it, and it just kind of like flushes hot pink like they all do. And it just has that glossy wet look shine and this beautiful sheer hot pink effect. This is my favorite. I remember last year when it was super hot out, that was when I started wearing this, when they launched it. And now I'm really glad to start wearing it again. It is like the perfect springtime color. Another gloss that you guys absolutely have to try is the AF94 Give 'em Lip High Shine Lip Gloss in the clear shade Do You See It? I bought this after, what was it? I was watching Julia Adams and she did this like really cool video. It was a concept where she does this showdown between all of her favorite glosses, and she has this whole chart and she puts two products against each other to see which one wins, and then she puts that product against another product, and it's like a whole showdown. Such a cool series. I've definitely been getting into her videos lately, especially the ones like that have more creative concepts, and I bought that because of her video, and she's spot on about this. First of all, it's $7.98 at Walmart, and if you didn't know, AF94 is actually Halsey's more affordable version of About Face. This lip gloss is so good. It is thicker, but it has a little bit of balminess to it, so it feels hydrating and comfortable and a little cushiony, but it's also not super thick and tacky. Like, it's still a little bit lightweight, so it's just that perfect like Goldilocks middle of the road formula. But what it does that's really important to me in lip glosses is it just fills in the lip line. And actually, I'm gonna take this off and put on my lip liner again. Like, I love so many products that don't fill in lip lines, but the ones that do, I end up just reaching for more. So for me, I really love the experience of the In Beauty lip glazes because the scents just make it like so fun and nostalgic for me. But I, on a daily basis, do tend to reach more for products like this that actually smooth over lip lines and fill them in. And I just don't find that anything with like a really high oil content, like a lip oil or anything very runny, is gonna do that. I need thicker products to kind of smooth over those lip lines rather than sink into them. I don't know if you're gonna be able to pick up on it, but it just has the glass-like shine, but it also just like smooths over the lip lines. And I just think it makes your lips look like extra juicy. It's totally fragrance free. And I believe they come in like maybe 5 colors. They have some nudes, pinks, I think like a red shade. So I definitely want to pick up more. And my last gloss favorite is the Ami Collet Lip Treatment Oil in Bliss. When I want a nude lip that's glossy, it's this. This is the #1 gloss spot now. Nothing beats this. I love it with a little bit of a lip liner to give me some structure. And then this color is just my perfect nude shade because it's close to my skin tone, but it's a little bit peachier. It's a perfect product. I do just have to give you a warning. If you store them like this or in your bag, they can start leaking out of the sides. You just have to make sure to twist them really tight and then they'll stop doing that. I noticed that mine were leaking, but ever since I started paying more attention to just closing them super tight, it's not a problem. These have an amazing kind of vanilla or cotton candy scent. I wouldn't describe them as an oil, honestly. I think that's quite a misleading term. I think that this is personally a super thick, cushiony liquid lip balm meets gloss. Like, I think if they described this as a balmy gloss or a treatment gloss, that would have been a more appropriate name for it because it's so thick and so cushiony. It can get a little gloopy if you apply too much, so definitely be sure to just do like one layer. But I mean, like, I don't go through products very quickly. I have a lot of lip products, but look, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that, but the gloss is already down to here. And I've only owned it for a few months, so it's that good. Oh, and they just launched a new shade and I instantly purchased it when I saw it. It looks like Fit Glow Beach Glow. It's like a shimmery bronze color, so had to buy it. Let's move into some eyeshadows. Pretty much since Coachella, the only eyeshadow I've been wearing is the Violette Yeux Paint in To Do, and it's just a beautiful color. It really pops my eye color because it's a slightly warm brown and it's incredibly pigmented. A little goes a long way and it sets down and does not budge. It's such a gorgeous eyeshadow formula and color. I'm totally hooked. And when I want something a little bit warmer, a little bit more orange, I reach for the Vieve Matte Eye Wand in the shade Camel, and I'll swatch them for you. So that is Violette To Do. You can see it's a little darker, a little bit rosier, and then Vive Camel is a little bit lighter, a little bit more orangey. These are just the two perfect browns for me when I want to pop my eye color. They're the two colors that make me feel my best, that make me feel like my sexiest. I love them so much and they're fantastic formulas. Weirdly, I haven't worn the Kulfi Bronze Brocade eyeshadow in a bit just because I've barely been wearing any eye makeup, but I did want to include it because it's so good. And if you've missed my other videos or you're new here, I wanted to make sure that I included it. This is the best cream shadow formula I have ever tried. It's like a cross between the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize formula, which is quite like a whipped moussey cream shadow, and also a jelly shadow, so it's super bouncy. And if you put a brush in there, it barely picks up any product, but with your fingers, it's super impactful. So you can use a brush and have it be sheer, or your finger for more impact color, and it's just the perfect bronze. Like the other eyeshadows I talked about, this just pops my eye color really well. It's kind of like a deeper bronze, kind of chocolatey, but with a little bit of gold in there, but it's not too dark for me to wear during the daytime. I think it is just fantastic, so easy to blend, so beginner friendly, and then once it sets, it does not budge or crease. It's amazing. And then when I want a powder eyeshadow, I've really just been reaching for the Kaja Beauty Bento in Chocolate Dahlia. I posted a video the other day of my lip declutter, which I'll leave on the screen above, and I got probably the most comments I've ever gotten on my makeup, and it was funny because it was just the day that I spent the least amount of time on my makeup. I think truly I just had a little bit of like the medium brown matte shade in the crease and then mostly just the glitter topper on my eyelids, and people were like, that looks so good, oh my god. And I was like, really? Because it's just like a shimmery champagne. But you guys seem to love it, and I'm pretty sure this is what I used. It's just the perfect eyeshadow trio for when you want to look polished and put together, at least if you have my kind of complexion and skin tone. You just can't go wrong. Oh, and I will do a new makeup video. Today I'm wearing the Kaja Beauty Bento in the new shade Coral Sunrise. So I'll show you what that looks like here. This is my first time wearing it today, so I'm not going to include it in a favorites video, but obviously it is beautiful. I love all the Kaja trios. I have 3 lip balms for you, and stay tuned. I'm filming a massive best and worst lip balm video. I think I have like 50 lip balms on the list that I've been collecting over the course of a year, and a bunch more based on the suggestions that you left, so thanks so much. But my favorite, honestly, is the Revision Youthful Lip Replenisher. This is probably even stickier than the original Bite Agave lip mask, which is my OG favorite lip mask. It has quite a strong peppermint scent, but for some reason that doesn't bother me or irritate my lips. A lot of times it does, so maybe it just depends on like the kind of mint that they're using, but it is so thick, so nourishing. You put it on at night, you wake up and your lips still have the lip mask on. If you feel like lip balms just constantly slide off or fade and you still wake up with super crusty lips, give this one a try. It's expensive, but holy shit, it's great. Still just cannot stop reaching for the Ole Henriksen Pout Preserve Peptide Lip Treatment. It smells like creamsicles, which is so nice. It has a very silky, buttery kind of lip balm texture, and it's not super thin and runny and slip slidey. There's a little bit of like thickness to it, but instead of being something that's like stickier, tackier, grippier, really long lasting like a lip mask, it has a little bit of thickness to it, but it's really buttery, so it has slip. So for me, it's a great daytime lip balm because it does have those peptides, so I know that it's doing some skincare benefits as well. It's just so good. And then for the lip balm video, I purchased this Dionys Goat Milk Skincare Goat Butter Lip Mask. and oh my god, it's so good. Very similar formula, or sorry, similar texture to the Ole Henriksen in the sense that it's kind of like thicker. I don't want to say thick and give people the wrong impression. Like it's in the middle of the road in terms of thickness, but it's so silky and buttery. It's just like so smooth. And this one, oh my god, it smells so good. Oh, it smells like vanilla cake batter, but not even. It's like, you know what? It's like vanilla ice cream. That's what it smells like. It's so good. And I think it's pretty affordable, and I got it at Ulta. 4 more products. I'll be so fast. The Nabla Jelly Beyond Jelly lipsticks in the shade Lutz, L-U-Z, is my perfect nude lip shade. This is one of the lipsticks I've been wearing when I have to go and volunteer at the radio station because it just kind of looks barely there. It's muted, it's kind of mauve-y, it's a little bit pale. It honestly is just almost my natural lip color. It has a lovely coconut scent that I really like, and it feels exactly like the Glossier Ultra Lip, so it's like a thicker, stiffer kind of lipstick lip balm hybrid, and then when you apply it, it just kind of melts on the lips. So if you love a thicker, more cushiony kind of lipstick lip balm, give these a shot. They're so good. If you like the brand Rom&nd or you like shopping on Yes Style, I picked up 3 of the new Glasting Melting Balms, and I have the shades Kaya Fig, Nougat Sand, and Mauve Whip. Just so you know, they do get a little bit messy because they're the kind of product that you twist up, and I don't think you can twist it down. Oh yeah, you can. But anyways, they just get really melty, and so just be aware of that. These are the Charlotte Tilbury Happy Kiss lipstick balms, but a fraction of the price. And they have a really lovely, quite strong fruity scent, but I like fruity scents as long as they don't smell super artificial. All 3 of these colors are gorgeous. I do think that K-beauty brands tend to go for like brighter colors instead of shades that are more muted or nude like I prefer, but they're not as pigmented or bright as the Charlotte Tilbury Happy Kiss lipstick balms, so I'm really excited about it. They truly feel like a lip balm or a lip mask, but in a stick form. They're so cushiony, they're so thick and nourishing. They might be a tiny bit thinner than the Charlotte Tilbury Happy Kiss balm, so I do still prefer that formula, but these are so freaking good. Thank you to the subscribers who recommended this product to me, because you're right, it is fantastic. And the last lipstick I have is another product I've been wearing to the radio station a lot, and they're the Fit Glow Cloud Collagen Lipstick Balms. Oh shoot, I'm missing one of them. Hold on. I have to go get them. Gotta get it from my purse. So these are like a lipstick, but in chapstick form. They're highly pigmented. They are almost matte, but they feel really comfortable. So we have the shades Buff, Spice, and Tea, and I've just been wearing all 3 of these all the time. Actually, I'm gonna show you, I think my favorite Spice. It's just so interesting. They're like a lipstick, like a matte lipstick, but they're like kind of blurring on the lips. They're totally fragrance free. They do kind of smell like crayons, which, you know, I don't love, but I just love the way that they look on the lips. I think that they're so beautiful. The colors are fantastic. They now expanded the line, so they have more of the kind of brown, you know, skin tone kind of shades. They also have lots of deeper shades. They have brighter shades and pops of color. Really, really interesting formula. And lastly, I have the Vacation Ink Super Spritz SPF 50 Face Mist, and I got this at Ulta. I'm not going to spray it on my face right now just because I don't want to look dewy. This is awesome. I've never met a chemical sunscreen that can touch my face without causing a really bad reaction, but this one somehow does not irritate my skin despite the fact that it's a chemical sunscreen, and it has the signature vacation fragrance to it. But it does have a really fine mist, which is lovely to apply. It has cucumber, it has caffeine. The mist is super, super fine, and although it does say that this has like a satin dry down, I disagree with that. It actually still does have quite like a dewy sunscreen finish. But honestly, if I'm gonna be out in the sun, I don't really care. Like if I'm reapplying this all the time, it's probably because I'm at the beach or the pool or something, and then I don't really care if everything looks perfect. And I do agree with the claims that it doesn't disturb makeup. If you like spray it all over your face, your makeup looks perfectly intact. It is a fantastic product, and Vacation Ink just completely blows me away. I love all of the branding of their products. I love the scents of their products, and I truly don't understand how they made a chemical sunscreen that doesn't bother me. Every chemical sunscreen mist I've ever tried has just caused like a freaking chemical burn for me, but this one doesn't, so I love it. Well. We got through a lot of stuff. It's been a while since I sat down and filmed one of these. Even though for you it seems like I've had a normal filming schedule, I will tend to film like 4 or 5 videos in one weekend and then spread that out over the course of a few weeks. So it's good to sit down and film again. And wherever you are, I hope you're having an awesome day. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up so it helps my channel grow, and subscribe while you're here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.